Alright, what is up, guys? Sorry, it's been a minute since I updated you. I think last we left off, I was working on the PCI intercom and working on that auxiliary connector so you could hook your phone up to like a Bluetooth receiver and then play music through the intercom into the headsets. Well, I put those new Deutsch connectors on and it still didn't work. So there was something wrong with that intercom. So this is where we're at right now. So here's the wiring, and then I went ahead and did an updated, and I went with the PCI with the Bluetooth. And then also the ICOM radio, it wasn't working, and ordered another one. I'm still trying to integrate that in also, but at least now I can listen to music, just Bluetooth my phone to here, and it plays through there. So much better, nice upgrade, you know. And what else we got going on here is I actually just came back from New Year's at Glamis, and there was a wiring, like electrical gremlin somewhere. I went to pull the car out of the trailer, and it wouldn't start, and I was not getting power to my fuel pump. And come to find out, there was something going on with the harness up in the center console. So I was able to get it going. It ran probably like 2-3 days. And then on Friday night at Top Olds, I had made up there, was just chilling up the top of the hill, and went to start the car. And the turn on the ignition, went to hit the start button, and it didn't do anything. So voltage was going all crazy. It was like going down, I think 5 point some volts. So there's some type of short somewhere, and so that's the point where we're at right now. Is I had to try to manhandle that beast of a bench seat out of there by myself. That was fun. I couldn't get it through the frame by myself, but here we are. I already pulled this out to redo my comm. I moved my comm ports from my headsets up to here. Strapped it down on here, so now you can sit and just easily plug it in. Before, they were like down under here where you couldn't even get to it easily at all. So I relocated all 4 of those, and then I threw the lights on. So do have the lights on. They did great. I ran the amber covers the whole time in Glamis. It was great. No complaints. Really good lights. I'm happy with them. So I just ran the wiring temporarily over back to the back. Here's the relay for it, fuse, and went to one of the breakers. So this car actually has those style breakers. Then yeah, that's where we're at, is trying to find where this issue is in the electrical system. Now, like I said before, I would really like to go to a Switch Pros, probably like the 12 panel, and you know, pretty much kind of rewire this car. They do have options here. There is a guy here. He'll do a whole car harness for you. I think his prices range anywhere from around $2,000 to $4,000, but that's everything, like out the door. I believe it's installed. So not too bad of a deal if you don't want to mess with the vehicle wiring. I do that stuff for years. I did it for work. I do it now for work. I do a lot of controls for work. So, you know, I'm good with it. I enjoy doing it. So that's the project now, is trying to find out where I am having a short or something, because I also noticed, I don't even see very well, the back from the alternator has that plastic split loom, whatever you want to call it, and so it's all melted. The plastics is melted. The wire looks okay, but I want to update this with the other wire loom. Got some of that. I took the back wing off. I'm going to add in some brake lights that's down here. So the wings off. We're gonna add in the brake lights here and take the frame lights out since there are two different ones. Take those out, integrate the wiring, put a Deutsch connector so I can easily unwire the lights from here and take the trunk wing off easily. Let me see if I can find. So I got Christmas decorations in here drying out. It's been raining here. So I have it in here drying out for us so I can put it away. But this is the stuff I was talking about. So they call it expandable sleeving. It's kind of like a cloth. And you just add some heat shrink at the end, or you can just heat it up. But I usually like to put a piece of heat shrink right where the this ends, and it's just a lot cleaner. I prefer the looks of this better. So that is the project for now. And then I have a light bar on order. It's actually back ordered. So hopefully this guy will be going away soon. And I'll have a combo light, white light, and amber bar. That's why I want the Switch Pros too, is because you can program each individual switch, or one switch can have multiple functions. So you just push one switch, it will turn on the white light of your light bar. You push that same switch again, and then it'll turn on the amber, and then you hit it a third time, for example, and it will completely turn the lights off. So that's eventually what I want to go to. More than likely I have to redo the whole dash. I want to redo it anyway because my GPS is really hard to see. I want to actually angle it towards me so I can see it better. Redo the gauges. I mean, there's a boost gauge and oil temp gauge. Neither one of those are functioning right now. So I'd like to get at least the boost gauge going if possible. But anyway, that's where we're at. So let's find this electrical short, shall we? Okay, here's the progress so far. Got the rear wing taken off. And that side panel comes all one piece. I pulled out the existing lights. This one was a fun one to get out. I had to actually break the aluminum housing that was in here. It wasn't even bolted, and it was still jammed in there. So I got that one out. I'm going to get a cap this guy off, because I'm going to be adding the tail lights in the wing with quick connects. So yeah, here we are. I started pulling harnesses out. I got all new harnesses ordered from Crow. They're in the process of making them and then ship them to me. Start pulling out the electrical. So I have all the breakers here. And I don't know this car, so I'm literally following the individual wiring harnesses and finding out where they go, making a little hand-drawn map. It's a lot of work right now, but hey, it'll help myself and whoever gets this car in the future. I'll keep that with it, so at least we know the wiring harness make it a lot easier. So I got all the seats out. Got the fire extinguisher. I really want to relocate this somewhere else, somewhere up front. Pull the dash up. I got some 1/2-inch spacers for the fronts. I already have to run 1/2-inch on the rears to clear the calipers. I got the ones on the front because with the 36-inch front tires, you can see it actually rubs on the A-arms, and it'll actually lock up my tire as I'm trying to turn like super sharp. I know once I get the brakes rebuilt, that's another project I'm going to do, is rebuilding the brakes. I have that one caliper on the passenger rear that's leaking, so I'm going to go to Car Tech, get some rebuild kits and rebuild these Willwood calipers. And anyway, it'll literally lock up the wheel. Once I get the calipers rebuilt, then my turning brake should work correctly, because right now I only have forward, which is the driver rear. I have no pressure going to the passenger rear. Did find a Switch Pros. Gonna try to pick that up soon, hopefully, as long as he doesn't sell it. So we're gonna have to redo this dash, and it'd be nice to be able to see these a little bit different. This is water temp, volts, and oil pressure. These boost and oil temp don't work. Air fuel does. So I'd like to redo this whole console here and the dash. So if you know anyone, let me know. And what else? Oh yeah, this one was a little scary when I pulled this tail light out. There's exposed wires. I can't tell if it's a hot or ground. So it's kind of a mess in there. So I'm going to get these cut, capped. And I know there's some wiring goes through the frame, comes down, comes through here. So I'm going to have to try to find out where the wires go to. I'm assuming they go up to the front lights here, maybe. So then that'll be the next project. I got a new push to panel mount, push to talk, except I ordered the wrong connector. I need a male and I ordered a female, which is, this is the one that goes to the intercom, this is the one that goes to the actual PTT. So I have to send that back to PCI. And I bought the wrong radio. So there's the mount for the radio. So the one I bought was a chase only. I didn't pay attention. It did not have the cabling or capability of adding to the intercom, because I need this. Oh. So make sure if you're dealing with new radios, learn from my mistake and make sure you're getting it's actually a race radio that will integrate with your PCI intercom. Most guys may have already known that. I didn't. Learning, live and learn, right? No worries. And then I need to fix the OBD2. It's right up here. Fix the fuel pump wiring and add some new connectors. So if this is a brake pressure switch, I would like to use that for my new brake lights. So I got to figure that out too. But next is I'm going to pull this whole console out and try to get through this wiring. It'll take me a while, but it'll be worth it in the end. So I'll keep you posted. Alright, I tore it up some more. Ended up pulling the dash. There's the front center console. So these, when we were troubleshooting at the hill, I was finding the pins on these guys weren't making good contact. Thought that was my problem, but nope. I also need to check the actual starter, so I'm going to do that too. But all these switches up there are going to go away. This is just the main disconnect, battery disconnect. And got something else to show you. What's in the box? There she is. Switch Pros 12. face, stickers, bezel, main wiring harness. These are up to 20 amp circuits, and then you have a separate harness up to 30 amp. Main harness, power, and then you have the harness for the push. That goes there, and then the main part. The coolest thing about this, it's all it is. This guy, size of your hand. So this one, you don't have to run, like, you don't have to do your you don't have to run relays or breakers or anything like that. You give this power, obviously fused, in between your battery and here, and then you just put your harnesses in and you wire these directly to your loads. I prefer soldering heat shrink, so that's the way I'll be doing mine. So you just need ignition. This is your ignition tower, just so when this gets power, it'll turn your touch screen, or not necessarily touch screen, but your switch panel on. And then everything's through this solid state. This is a completely sealed solid state, meaning no like moving parts. It's all electronic. And if there's ever any problems with the load that you have connected to it, it will actually help you troubleshoot. So here's, you do 12 switches, 17 outputs. So what's cool, what I was saying about before, is you can have, say, your light bar. It's all through programming through the app. So you turn your light bar on. Well, maybe if you want to turn your amber on also, you could hit it again. I believe you can do 3. So like what I would like to do is be like white, second press is amber, and then third press is both on. You know, something like, you could do something like that. But that's all through the programming of within the app. You can also do it from the touch panel, but I think it'd be easier to program it all through the app. I will do another video some other time once I get all this in on how to do that and how to use the app. So that is the project. We're still going through and marking all the wiring right now. So it gives very detailed step-by-step instructions on how to install this. So very nice kit. Like, it's awesome. Once I saw it, I'm like, I gotta have this. It's the only way to go. Get rid of all those old school relays, those old school breakers. Clean all this wiring up. Be super clean. Love it. So we'll keep going. Get these lights out too. And pull the starter up here. Pull this guy out and test him. I know the guy that was helping us up at the hill, he was thinking it was a bad starter. So check that. I wanted to do the wiring anyway, so it's just one of those things. It's a rabbit hole I'm going down. And then the next thing too is to find where I'm gonna actually put that switch pad, you know. Most guys put it here on the left side, but to relocate this might be a pain. I'm thinking, since the oil temp isn't being used, I might relocate the oil pressure down to that one for now, and then see if that Switch Pros will fit here. We'll see. I don't know. Trial and error. A little bit of time. All right. On to the next.